Chapter 1: The Invisible Boy. The school hallway is the loudest place on earth, but for Leo it was a tunnel of silence. He walked with his shoulders hunched, his eyes fixed on the scuff marks of his own shoes. To the world, Leo was a shadow. He was the boy who sat in the back row, the one who never raised his hand, the one who ate his lunch behind the large oak tree near the fence. The bullies knew him, of course. To them, he was the perfect target. A boy who wouldn't fight back, who wouldn't tell, who seemed to exist in a different dimension. They called him the Ghost. They would trip him in the aisles or knock the books out of his hands just to see if he would finally make a sound. But Leo never did. He just picked up his things, wiped the dust off his knees, and moved on. Chapter 2: The Only Language He Knew. Leo's only escape was the old cracked basketball court at the edge of town. There he wasn't the ghost. When the sun began to set and the other kids went home to their dinners and their friends, Leo would play. He was fast, frighteningly fast. His movements were fluid, like water. He could shoot from the three-point line and hear that perfect swish of the net over and over again. He didn't play for a team. He didn't play for cheers. He played because on that court, the world made sense. The ball didn't care if he had friends. The hoop didn't care if he was quiet. One afternoon, the school's varsity coach, a man who saw everything but said little, stood by his car and watched Leo from a distance. He saw a boy who could outrun the wind but chose to stay still in the classroom. Chapter 3: The Breaking Point. The bullying didn't stop. It grew louder. One rainy Tuesday, a group of boys cornered him in the locker room. They took his gym bag and threw it into the showers, laughing as his only pair of sneakers soaked up the dirty water. "Say something, Ghost," one shouted, pushing him against the cold tiles. "Do you even have a voice?" Leo looked at them. For the first time, he didn't look at his shoes. He looked them in the eye. He didn't feel anger. He felt a strange kind of pity. He realized that these boys needed noise and cruelty to feel alive, while he had a whole world of strength inside him that they would never understand. He walked past them, dripping wet, without saying a word. His silence wasn't weakness, it was a shield they couldn't break. Chapter 4: The Game Changer. The next day, during the final school assembly, the coach called Leo's name. The room went quiet. The bullies smirked, waiting for the joke. But the coach handed Leo a jersey. "Leo doesn't talk much," the coach said into the microphone, "but he works harder than anyone I've ever seen. He has a fire in him that doesn't need to roar to be felt." Leo didn't join the team to become popular. He joined because he realized that his quietness was actually his focus. When he stepped onto the court for the first game, the crowd cheered, but he didn't hear them. He only heard the rhythm of his own heartbeat. Chapter 5: The Ending: A New Perspective. Years later, Leo sat on a bench watching a new generation of kids play. He realized something important about people. People aren't good or bad based on how many friends they have or how loud they talk. He realized that most people are just afraid of the silence. They fill it with words and judgment because they don't know who they are without the noise. Leo wasn't lonely, he was just at peace with himself. He didn't hate the people who were mean to him, he just realized they were loud because they were empty. He smiled, took a deep breath of the cool evening air, and finally felt at home. Not because the world changed, but because he realized he never needed their permission to be exactly who he was.